You've heard from Craig Seelig, the director of the International School of Sosua. Now let's take a look at the residence that we have planned for the students of CSA. The students will be housed at Sosua Ocean Village. It's a beautiful residence that is very, very close to the school. They'll be bused back and forth from the school to the residence and then off to the training center in Cabarete. As you can see, it's a fantastic place for a kid to live while they're going through high school. They'll have all the amenities, they'll have Wi-Fi, they'll be able to Skype home whenever they want. We'll be cooking their meals inside their residence, so they won't be going far from the residence after hours. They have a swimming pool, they have the gym available to them where they'll be receiving some physical training. They have a beautiful ocean view. It's a wonderfully safe and accommodating campus for the students during their stay here. Many of the students that come to CSA will already know Spanish, but for those for whom Spanish is a second language, we will also provide some weekly training or even daily training if necessary in the Spanish language at the Cabarete Language Institute.
My name is Michelle Run, and I'm the founding director of Cabarete Language Institute. The students of the Cabarete Sailing Academy come to Cabarete. They can either enroll in group courses, which are small groups of 5 or less students, or they can enroll in a private course, which is ideal for students who have specific learning needs or distinct levels in Spanish already. And another option from abroad before they arrive or to continue after they depart Cabarete would be Skype classes, so they're online learning language classes.
And here's one of the things I love about CSA. Not only will the students be getting a really excellent education at the ISS, they'll also have an opportunity to volunteer at an NGO here called the Dream Project.
My name is Jonathan Wunderlich, and I'm the Director of Development for the Dream Project. The Dream Project is the Dominican Republic Education and Mentoring Project, and we offer quality education to children living in poverty in rural areas in the Dominican Republic. Volunteers really are at the epicenter of Dream, and when I think about all the different service groups and the volunteers that we've had, part-time volunteers or full-time volunteers, it's always the discussion is always about what these volunteers bring to the Dominican children. But for me, I think it's something that's often overlooked is the incredible benefit and the experience that our volunteers walk away with. And they walk away as global citizens, and they walk away as much more responsible and really much more conscious of the world around them. And I think that's really the secret to our volunteer program. When the students of the Cabarete Sailing Academy come here, which is something as an organization we've been looking forward to for some time, we have a very clear idea of what we'd like to do because we've worked with groups of that age in the past, groups from Europe, from Norway specifically, also from the international school. And we would like to plug them right into our existing programs, which would be Montessori preschool programs and at-risk youth programs. So they'd be working hand in hand with different children from impoverished families and communities, but within the areas that they have skills. So computer literacy training, literacy itself, sports, athletics, mathematics. These are areas that our students and students from the Cabarete Sailing Academy are typically stronger, that they could offer a huge benefit to the Dominican kids.
And when it comes to living in Cabarete for a high school student, there are many, many opportunities not only to volunteer but also to enjoy all the wind sports that you can imagine. There's an excellent surf beach in Cabarete. Kiteboarding is extremely popular. The World Championships are held here every year for kiteboarding. Windsurfing also is a tremendous sport here, and the windsurfing community is extremely active. The Dominican itself is incredibly varied across the entire country. We'll be doing day trips to various places in the Dominican for kids to learn more about a country that is not their own. One of the reasons why I got involved in the Cabarete Sailing Academy is because, frankly, I would have loved to have had something like this 40 years ago when I was a teenager. I think it's something whose time has come. We need to realize that sailing is an important sport North America, around the world, and we need to realize that some of our children really want to have the sailing life, where they become professional sailors, Olympians, internationally recognized sailors, competitive sailors. I think it's time that we brought that to them and gave them an opportunity to live their dreams.